We are on week 10 of the Carnivore Diet, and we have experienced several benefits that we'd like to share with you as we journey forward on the Carnivore Diet. So, what are some of the benefits that you've noticed on the Carnivore Diet in the last 10 weeks?
In the last 10 weeks. Okay. So I went out to eat for the first time with other people besides just Randy. And they're actually some clients of mine. I'm a realtor and they were thanking me for helping them out. So they took me out to eat and they are already in their sizes that they are, and I'm not. So I've decided I was going to stay carnivore no matter what. I ordered a burger and some bacon. I think that's it. I asked for no bun, no sides, nothing, but they brought everything like that. And I just set things aside and enjoyed my burger out in public. I do have to say, I know why I'm doing this. I want to lose weight and I want to feel better, but it was a little awkward eating. Actually, that's the second time I've eaten out in public, doing carnivore, but it is a little awkward, especially when they're ordering salads and fries and honey mustard, but they can do that. They're people are free to do what they want. So for me, that was kind of a milestone. Like, I feel like I succeeded because I only ate burger and bacon. Oh, there was some cheese on it. So I feel like I had a very good success with that. So I'm pretty happy with myself.
That's a pretty awesome. That's a good thing to have, to be able to go out in public, stay committed to your diet without, falling off the wagon under pressure. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest hurdles of the diet is the social part of it. And
yeah, I would have loved to have just eaten that burger, just plain, and talked with them. They did, I mean, they were so polite. They're such nice people, but they did kind of look like, what are you doing? Because I'm like taking off my bun and I didn't eat my French fries. They were the golden brown, delicious, crunchy. The people across my friends were eating French fries and they were crunching. It was so hard, but I know for me, I've heard different people say, you need to know your why. You need to know your why. And my why is when I don't stay on carnivore, I hurt. And even when I eat dirty carnivore, I hurt. My joints hurt. Like every joint in my body hurts when I don't stay on carnivore, like clean carnivore. And by clean, I mean beef. Like, I pretty much can only eat beef. And that's the only thing that's not hurting my body currently. So, things I'm noticing is I'm sleeping so much better on week 10. It feels like every week my sleep gets even better than the week before. I think that's really cool. I don't know if I'm snoring. Am I snoring?
It's gone way down, and I can honestly say I don't even remember the last time that you have. That's really
That's
cool.
good. Yeah. Another thing about sleep. So we're totally different people on sleep, right? I'm the type of person, 10:30, I roll over in bed, I'm done. Cut the lights off, count me out, sayonara. But I'm waking up at 6:30 in the morning naturally on my own. And I'm like, I fall asleep, like someone just slams the door, I'm asleep. And then when it's time to wake up, it's just my eyes are open and I'm like ready to start the day. It's so bizarre because pre-carnivore, I still slept fairly good. I'm so blessed with good sleep, but pre-carnivore, I would have to lay there and I'd have to kind of like relax myself and tell myself stories to get myself to fall asleep or listen to an audible book. Now 10 weeks in on carnivore, I'm asleep. It's great.
Yeah. Yep. I think your hormones get more balanced when you have all that fat in the diet. It helps
Yeah.
your hormones, and that would regulate sleep too, like your
Absolutely.
melatonin or whatever.
Yeah.
So one of the benefits is sleep apnea goes away, which saves lives to lose that. That's awesome. And you said that you go to sleep better.
Yes.
Right?
I started dreaming again.
You started dreaming again?
But that was kind of like week 4 or 5. I think my dreams became vivid again. It was really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like dreaming in color, dreaming of like you can almost actually tell the dream instead of I was on a mountain. No, I was on a mountain and there were pebbly rocks and bright green trees and, like
Yeah.
really detailed dreams.
Now, she talked to me offline about, inflammation. So
Yeah.
what are some of the benefits with the carnivore diet that you've experienced with inflammation in all the 10 weeks? Because they haven't
Yeah,
seen.
in all of 10 weeks, inflammation is going down. It's I think it's a slow and steady downhill battle. Like, does anyone battle to go downhill? But for me, there's like tests you can do on your own self for inflammation where you firmly press your thumb right on top of your shin bone. I mean, obviously you don't want to hurt yourself, but you want to press your thumb and count to like 30. And then when you lift up, if you see a divot in your shin bone, it just means that your body's carrying a lot of inflammation. And I've watched some other YouTubers and they've talked about seeing inflammation like even in their nose has changed shape because that inflammation goes down. So I still am very inflamed, but on carnivore, I don't feel like I'm hurting all the time. Like I've never been diagnosed with anything except for Hashimoto's and diabetes type 2, but my joints always feel like someone's like kind of like twisting them and like pulling at them and breaking them, and like they're always heated and inflamed, and it's every joint. It's not just one joint. Sometimes it travels through my body. So sometimes I feel like I've broken my elbow, but I haven't. So like going up and down stairs has been very hard because my bigger joints, like my knees, have bothered me. But on clean carnivore, I don't seem to struggle as much with that. Like only if I eat something that's not completely on plan, like what I call dirty carnivore, pepperoni. That will inflame my body pretty quickly.
So if we ever cheat in the beginning, we have cheat day. It was like Sunday.
It wasn't every Sunday. We cheated twice in 7 weeks.
Whenever we cheated, that inflammation that is there under the current would kick on to full force, and
within hours, within like 2 hours of eating something that's not good for me, I start hurting. It's kind of nice to hurt that quickly because I don't have to wonder what I ate that's causing that problem.
Oh yeah.
Like I hate to work off of punishment and reward, but it's very instant in my body.
Okay.
You don't notice that as much though, do you?
I mean, no. What I find with my negative is whenever I eat carbs and sugar, I get tired over time.
Lethargic.
I get lethargic. I'm not driven. I kind of sort of sit down and stop whatever and just want to be entertained.
It takes your give a darn away, right?
Takes it away, and
like
everything's
completely.
a struggle, Whereas on carnivore, in the past 10 weeks, I've noticed that I'm able to keep going whenever I have a task in front of me. Now, I'm not saying that you don't always have a surge of energy, okay? But you don't have a lack of energy. And that's a big deal, to be able to keep going. And you say, I'm a little tired, but you're like, I can go a little further. And it just keeps happening. Whereas with carbs, there's no way you can even get up to that unless you get a big boost with caffeine and all this stuff's happening.
And you're really excited about something.
And so this is carbs and sugar, and then this is carnivore, right? Fat. You're getting energy from fat. So that's me. I mean, it's kind of depressing to not have energy. And what's sad is when you feel miserable because you don't have energy, you want to feel good, so you go get more ice cream or carbs and sugar. And there's a cycle of, I eat it because I'm tired, and I'm tired, so I eat it. Like it just makes me tired, and then I want to eat it, and then I eat it, and then I'm tired. It's just it's just too much, and it's not a way to live. We weren't meant to live like that. Right. So this has like unshackled me.
Yeah, you're more creative.
Yeah, and then my hormones,
which is really cool.
They feel more balanced. Like there's all the hormones is based on fat, so all my hormones feel like they're fully functioning, whatever that even really means. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but
But you play one on TV.
Yeah, play one on TV. So if hormones are based on fat and you've got all the fat you need, then your hormones should all line up and be balanced to some extent. You're not lacking, and
Yeah.
I'm not lacking hormones. So there's a lot of positive there
Yeah.
for instant signs of and it's not necessarily instant. For me, the sugar thing would be definitely the next day when I get up. I'm just like, I don't want to be up
Yeah.
on sugar and carbs.
And it wasn't really depression for you. It's just your drive, I guess, wasn't there. Like you couldn't even fake it.
Right. It's like taking.
You had to get angry to go do anything.
Right.
Like fake angry. You weren't angry at me. You just have to be like, "Erg, I'm so sick of being laying here," to like go mow the lawn and do general things.
Right. Using adrenaline and rage to
Yeah.
kick in my energy, but it's like a big struggle for simple things, and I don't like living like that. That's not a way to live. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, having a carnivore with fat is definitely giving me a lot more energy, a lot more drive.
Absolutely, yeah.
To keep going and move around.
I notice you're more creative.
Creative.
Sometimes you're working till like probably 6 or 7 in the evening at your job, and you're just like it's almost like your brain's firing faster, and you're just like typing, like doing like very systematically getting all this information out very quickly, and then you're almost like, hey, it's the evening, let's go do something else. Like you're no longer when we eat a lot of carbs, you're kind of like 4 o'clock, I'm done work, let's go lay down and watch TV, Now it's like, okay, I'm done that, what else can we do? It's really neat to see the change.
Yeah. And see, the thing that kills me is that it's like multiple layers, because once you go on carnivore, you lose weight. Losing weight means that you reduce sleep apnea, right? So sleep apnea is like you go to bed at night and you're almost choking, you're not breathing for so long. If I don't have the right bed and I wake up with sleep apnea, it feels like someone has had their hands around my throat all night. So, that feeling of being strangled, you know what I mean? Your lips are almost tingly. You have a headache in the very middle of your head. It's like you're dizzy from not breathing. I got to tell you, once you start sleeping a full night's sleep, because you can breathe at night, and then the growth hormone kicks in at night, and it's healing you because you don't have a belly full of food. You've eaten early and in the evening. Your life begins to change. You've got way more energy. You're driven. You have hope. Even I don't know how that works, but for some reason, with all your hormones in line, you seem to have more hope that it's all going to work.
Yeah.
And so that's huge for me. It's life changing in 10 weeks, and that's 10 weeks out of our full journey will probably be a whole year, because we want to lose over 100 pounds for our goal weight. So this is like the first, I don't know, fifth of the whole journey. So
It's so far to go.
It's so far to go. We didn't come here to put a video out to say we're done.
Yeah, we've arrived. We haven't arrived yet. We're just starting, guys.
Right, we're just starting. We're saying that in what week 10, which is like, I don't know, the third month, 90 days, whatever. There's been so many improvements already. We wanted to share them with you.
Yeah.
That it's worth doing. And so, yeah, that's what I want to cover. Oh yeah, one more thing. My pant size has gone from a 46 to a 42.
Wait a minute. We need to tell the whole story. So
Okay.
Randy was getting ready to go out for the day, and he got dressed as he always did, and he's walking around, and I said, "Hey, are you going to wear those pants out in public?" And he said,
Of course.
"Of course."
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, why don't you try it?" Because we have previously lost weight before. He lost over 60 pounds. I thought he had, what are you, a 46? And then I thought he had a 44 and then a 42. And I said, "Why don't you wear your 44s? Well, I couldn't find the 44s, so either he never had them or whatever. So I handed him the 42s, and I'm like, "You think they'll fit?" And he goes, "We'll try them." He pulls them on, and drum roll,
They fit.
they fit. So
Yeah.
he went from a 46 to a 42. Your 46 was baggy even at your heaviest, right? They've never been tight.
Right.
You never felt the need to go to a 48.
Right. I just didn't know that they were baggy in the back, which made them look.
Oh, it looked like he had a diaper on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And bless his heart, this man here, He didn't want to change. Until I took a picture of his butt. You have to take a picture of a man's butt to
Yeah.
get him to wear smaller jeans.
Yeah, that was. I was when she showed me what it looked like from behind. I was like, that doesn't look right. When the material folds in and makes huge divots in the back because there's so much material. It's like, okay, yeah, you're wearing somebody else's clothes. You know, it's time to change. You
Yeah.
know, so
So that was exciting.
yeah,
Like, I think that was huge.
right.
Like, yes, the sleep getting better is amazing. Not being inflamed all the time is amazing. Not being hungry all the time. I'm the type of person, I can eat and then literally eat again. And I've heard of other women who actually go through this. They're always hungry. They always feel like they need food. And I think it's because even though we're eating, we're technically starving. It's so nice to be able to eat fat and feel satiated. I don't feel like the need to eat again. So it's really exciting. So yeah, non-scale victories this week was, I think each of us have gone, I went down one size. I didn't go down two sizes like some people. I went down one size. Randy's gone down two sizes. So that's really exciting.
And so in the 10-week period, I can say the regimen that we follow so far,
Yeah.
just to put it, we can go into detail, but just as a high level, it usually starts off with it's coffee in the morning. That's not
Forbidden coffee.
It's not on the carnivore, but it doesn't have sugar or stevia. It's got fat in it. Have heavy cream or half and half. It's coffee from like 9 until noon, and then we have lunch around noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, and dinner around 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. And it's for lunch we might have half a steak and some eggs, some bacon if there is any. You can always have some sausage if you can find good sausage.
Yeah, clean sausage.
Clean sausage.
You want to look for no sugar, no carbs, no sugar, no fillers. And everybody's body's different. So some things that will not work for me might work for you.
Right. And my coffee cup is like probably 2 cups of regular coffee, like mug coffee, to be fair. So that way everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's like 16 ounces.
Yeah, but there's no sugar and no stevia, which took a while to get to because I used to like that. And then at 4 or 5 o'clock, the meal for dinner is again, half a steak. And then eggs,
Yeah.
lots of eggs. Eggs are cheap and they work.
Yeah, they fill the gaps.
And I had to find out what my favorite egg is. I thought it was scrambled because that's all I've ever really known as a kid, or an omelet. But I got to tell you, dude, fried eggs easy over. If you know how to cook them where they're not burnt and they're beautiful white with salt,
We don't like slimy eggs.
I don't like slimy eggs. But when
You can't have any of that weird white slime. That stuff's disgusting.
Yes, but if you take the time to learn, I went on YouTube and had to learn how to cook an egg the right way. But if you take the time to learn, that egg yolk is amazing. It's like butter, and it goes down in, and it like touches every nook and cranny of your hungry stomach. I could literally just eat eggs for dinner. I mean, that's actually on plan.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right, but by having half the
I'd
steak,
say egg yolks are kind of like a nutrient-dense bullet that you can just put in your system, and it gives you everything you need.
right.
I think if you can't afford doing the carnivore diet, eat a lot of eggs, and then you can supplement. You can eat hamburger. We eat a lot of hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger. We started off a few years ago on the diet, and then some things came up, and we got distracted, and then didn't keep the weight.
Yeah, we're back here again.
Yeah. But we started off with hamburger with like a slice. I think I had a slice of cheese on mine. You might not have cheese on yours. I don't remember.
I think that was when I was pro cheese.
Cheese. So it's like hamburger patties with cheese slices and bacon, and it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
But for our like 1 o'clock meal, and then maybe something else like that for dinner.
Yeah.
But now we're buying steak from Costco, Sam's Club. We're cutting it up. Or sometimes they cut it for you.
Right.
But ribeyes, I found that the New York strip is a little tougher than ribeye.
Yes.
Filet mignon is awesome if you can afford it. Just to try it out once is great,
Yeah.
to get a whole big bunch of it and then cut it up yourself.
Get your primal cuts. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but it's expensive, so
And it doesn't have fat.
it doesn't have as much fat. The ribeye is that's the one you want because, I mean, you cut that up and every bite you get a little bit of fat and it's like butter and it's really good for you. Your body needs fat because you're getting away from carbs. And if you do, you need electrolytes and salt to digest that fat. I'm just telling you, if you don't know about this and you get tired if you're watching this and you're wondering if carnivore is for you, we both experienced that you get tired after the first week or two,
Yes.
and you need to have electrolytes. You need to replenish your salt because you're burning through salt to digest fat a lot faster. So with that being said, I'll let her continue. What you doing?
I was just curious because I wanted to give you like a week 10 update about weight loss, but I actually haven't lost any weight this week. But I think first off, the scale is probably the worst way to tell if you're losing weight. You need to really kind of keep track of your non-scale victories, like dropping down 2 pant sizes. Feel how your clothes feel how your body feels, those kind of things. So I was looking at my phone to see if I could give you a scale update and be like, yeah, this week I lost X amount. For some reason, it still equals out to about 10 pounds per month. But like this week 10, I haven't lost any weight. Like I feel great. I've stuck with carnivore 100% this week, but nothing to show for it on the scale.
Right. And so what you said, I agree with. The scale is that you're going to see the scale. First of all, if you weigh yourself, you should weigh yourself at the same time once a day, every day, so that you have a consistent measurement methodology. Big word to say. You get up at, like for me, in the morning. The best time is in the morning. You go pee, and if you have to do anything else, do that. Weigh yourself at that same time every morning. It doesn't have to be on the minute. It's just when you get up. That's when you know that all of your liquids are out and you have a baseline to go on every morning. But even then, like you're saying, when you weigh yourself in the morning, there are going to be times where you've gained weight and you were not expecting to gain weight because you didn't eat candy, you didn't eat cake, but for some reason, your body retained water. I had bacon the other day that was super salty, and the next day I gained 1.5 pounds of water on top of the bacon, which I had not had happen for weeks. But that bacon was so salty.
And we have like 2-3 slices, like regular whole long slices of bacon. We're not eating like a pound of bacon.
Right, and salt's good for you on the diet. I just told
Yeah.
you to have electrolytes, so I thought this is a great idea. I mean, I love bacon and I love salt, so there you go. I didn't realize how much water I was going to be retaining. And 1.5 pounds felt really discouraging at first. Like, oh my goodness, this is like painful. But like you said earlier, you're going to dump that. That water's going to come right on off. And so it's not like you gained fat. It's that you gained weight, which is why the scale can be fickle. And so it's
the worst way to measure your progress, but how else are
Right.
you going to measure your progress unless you take measurements, and who wants to do that?
And it's nice to see when you do lose weight, it's like you feel really great about it. When you don't lose weight, you wonder what happened, what'd you do, So you have to overcome that and just look at the trend, and it will be a downward trend, kind of like the stock market is an upward
Yeah.
trend. It's a downward trend, and you just let that be your hope. And you are going to be losing body fat. There is some scales that show your body fat.
Yeah, but I don't know how accurate any of that
That
is.
could be one other way to
I
measure.
think you'd need a DEXA scan or a DEXA scan or something fancy, but
Ours pretends to know. I don't, because it does electricity through your feet somehow, some way.
Yeah.
The sensors.
it's probably like an iWatch doing your heart scan, like your doctor's not going to look at it.
Right.
But yeah, guys, I hope this encourages you. We're on week 10.
Week 10.
Week 10.
That's like 3 months of just staying at it, and being faithful. Having each other is a big help.
Yep.
And to accountability, they call that, but we can also.
Well, encouragement, yeah, and everyone on the same page. It makes cooking so much easier. If I'm busy, he'll cook. If he's busy, I cook. My mom's also doing it, so I think that's really cool. She's in her 80s, so we're in our 40s. We're doing carnivore. Mom's in her 80s. She's doing carnivore. It feels really good, and we're working on getting our dogs carnivore too.
Right. Yeah. Don't be afraid to just
Try it.
Make mistakes when you go to cook steak. If you overdo it,
Don't cook it so long the next time.
Right. I mean, and you're going to say, well, I just burnt that steak and it wasted money. But this is like a health insurance program.
Right.
You're trying to heal your life. So go for it. And you can always undercook it. And then if you see that it needs more, you can just throw it back in the pan and flip it around. And like you did with mine a few times. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not the best chef, but I want.
Yeah, every steak. Well, I mean, it all depends on how much moisture's in the steak, how thick your steak is, how hot your stove gets, what kind of pan you're using. Like there's so many. I think even if it's like super high humidity in your kitchen, it can cause your steak not to cook how it cooked yesterday. There's so many factors into it, but the most important thing is just don't give up.
Yeah. So the carnivore diet is working out really good for us.
Yep,
Like I say,
feel
we're on,
great.
we're on week 10. We're going forward and we're hoping to, finish
We're
out
riding this horse for 100 pounds.
100 pounds. So we'll keep you posted and leave any comments below. If you are experiencing any of the new symptoms of being on carnivore and you want to share them down below, please feel free to leave a comment and
Yep.
we'll have more discussion.
We wish you the best.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.